the core of vision boarding is manifesting, and
Mm.
the vision board just serves as your reminder, your daily reminder, diba? But then, what I always say nga, when it comes to that vision board workshop, don't be too attached to it. Or
Mm-hmm.
like when you manifest, think about it as planting a seed. Wherein, di ba, pag nagtanim ka ba, do you check every minute, tumubo na ba? Tumubo na ba? Tumubo na ba yung tanim ko? So, it's the same for your vision board. Once you put that
Uh-uh.
there, okay na yan. You can look at it from time to time. Di naman yung
Mm-mm.
every minute, your katabi na lang is your vision board, di ba?
Mm-mm.
So, it's just like that. You keep manifesting everything there. You let it go, and you let it flow.
Nice. So, ano yung manifesting? I mean, for those
Manifest,
who are listening and who don't know.
okay, manifesting, ano bang synonym ng manifest, di ba? It's simply being visible or distinct or clear. That's what it means. So, manifesting means it's clear to the mind.
Mm-hmm.
So, what's in your head? What are your thoughts? Diba? I don't want to go deep na sa
Uh-uh.
the secret. Hindi na tayo matapos. But simply put, it's just what's clear in your mind.
Okay. Nice. So, how does one manifest? Like, kunwari, ako, wala akong alam sa manifesting and you just told me what you said right now. How would I start manifesting? Or how do I start manifesting?
Okay, sige. Actually, manifesting, coach, I'll give an example first before we delve into how do
Ah,
you
sige.
manifest. So for example, like when you wake up in the morning, you have an early meeting to go to, diba? And then
Mm-mm.
what you're thinking na, shocks, I have to leave early, I don't want to be in traffic. And
Mm-mm.
then, more often than not, you will end up stuck in traffic. Right?
Yeah,
It
yeah.
happened
Makes
several
sense.
times. Diba? I asked si Kara about it. It happened to her also. And it's really uh because that's what occupied your mind. And it's really as simple as that. The thought of traffic occupied your mind,
Mm-mm.
and that's what you attracted. That was the energy that you attracted. So the universe, kasi when you manifest, it doesn't really recognize if it's you like it or you don't like it. It's
Mm-mm.
simply the thought of traffic. So that's what you manifested. So you have to be clear, as what Nikki said. You have to be clear with what is on your mind. Para
Mm-mm.
that's the kind of energy that you attract yourself as well.
Also careful of what
What?
you think of. Kasi you can
Mm-mm.
also
Yeah,
manifest things that you don't like.
Mm-mm.
very true.
It's occupying your mind, di ba? So, again, let's bring it back to the secret. The universe does not understand the word I don't want.
Yep.
Mm.
Ang naiintindihan lang niya yung gusto mo. So,
Uh-uh.
just remove that. O, kunyari, I don't want a dog. Isip ka ng isip, pwede mo rin siya ma-attract. But what if you keep
Uh-uh.
thinking of, ayokong ma-scam,
Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm.
and you can attract it?
Yeah, super.
Makes sense.
That's
Makes sense.
yeah, like because the add to what Nicole and she have said about manifesting, it really works
Mm-mm.
kasi in by the rule of abundance. So
Mm-mm.
whatever is abundant in your mind, that's how much energy and focus. I mean, that is what you're currently allotting all your energy and focus to at this very moment. And because all your energy is going there, what's happening is that that's really what you're thinking about most of the time. And so the
Mm-mm.
universe will see that that is what you want the most. So say, yeah, I'll give it back to you. And it could be
Mm-mm.
the universe, could be God, could be whatever higher being you really believe in, the universe and God or God's universe. That's really just how it works. And it's a lot of times people think that manifesting really is humbug,
Mm-mm.
but it's not because what also, I mean, the science behind it is really more on what we learned in school about energy. So just a little background, the Science 101, if you don't mind, Coach Pierre. Can I
Go
talk a little bit of
lang.
the
Go ahead.
science behind it? Okay,
Go ahead.
so what we learned in science is that we are all made up of atoms. Okay, us humans, the chair we're sitting on, the earphones, the earphones we're using and stuff,
Yeah.
all made up of atoms. Atoms have protons and electrons which exhibit a certain charge. Okay, and that gives off a certain amount of energy. Okay, some things give off more energy than others, and
Mm-hmm.
that varies. It's kind of like how you have two radio towers. Um, the signal will be really strong if there's nothing blocking the towers, right? And sometimes if
Mm.
there's certain materials you use to make it. But then there are some occasions where the towers aren't made well with the right materials, and so the frequency is super low, etc., etc. So it doesn't work as well. And you hear that on the radio, that's why you have static.
Yeah.
And so, similarly, um, with humans, if you are vibrating at a very high frequency, then you get to attract more great things in life. So, another example is, you know how sometimes we go to parties, well, pre-COVID, we'd go to parties or gatherings, and then
Yeah.
there's just that one person who enters the room, and you just feel compelled to want to be their friend, want to
Yeah.
talk to them, or something like that, right? Super good vibes. These are the people who we
Yeah.
say are super good vibes. Where have you been all my life? Let's be friends, type of things.
Uh-uh.
And so you gravitate towards that person, get to know them, and then you're just like equally as happy as that person, literally catching their good vibes. That
Yeah.
wasn't a coincidence. There's a very good reason why you're attracted to that person, and that's because that person was vibrating at a very high frequency. So we usually vibrate at high frequencies when we're in states of joy, of
Mm-hmm.
peace, of enlightenment, courage, etc. Similarly, if you enter some place and there's someone in that room that's super nega, as in super bad vibes, you tell your
Mm-hmm.
friend na I kind of don't want
Yeah.
to talk to that person right now, like bad vibes. Eh. So
Yeah.
these things that we don't really look into as much, like being able to feel bad vibes and good vibes, that's actually energy, and that's frequency at work. So you don't want to stay next to that person because that person is vibrating at a low frequency of either pride, greed, anger.
Mm.
Well, anger's somewhere up there actually, but that's a little complicated. But like guilt,
Mm.
shame. So people like that, you don't want to be around for a good reason because they could bring you down with them. And that's
Mm.
your body's way of telling you this actually, that
Mm.
should you associate yourself with someone like that or someone that's toxic, you might just end up taking that toxic energy with you.
Yeah.
And you yourself might end up being toxic. So that's why it's so important to choose the people that surround you, choose the things that serve your energy. And how it ties into manifesting is that when you are at that state of, being super happy or just feeling like the world makes sense, just when you're on that high,
Mm. Yeah.
those are the moments where you really should ask for what you want or do something that's directed towards what you're manifesting currently, because that's when your energy is at its highest, and the universe will sense that, and just like the connection is so much better when you're both like
Yeah.
super jiving. Yeah,